Alright guys, how's it going? You should have already taken the notes for multiplying and dividing integers. So now we are going to work on a couple practice problems, and I'm going to walk you through some of the notes verbally just so make sure you understand what's going on. Alright, we're not dealing with big complicated numbers here, that's not the point. The point right now is to make sure that we have a great understanding of our negative and positive numbers and how they react to each other. A lot of things in math, people say, why is this important? Well, nobody ever says that about integers because it's extremely important. Anytime you're paying bills, anytime you're making money, spending money, all that's integers. Anything that goes out is a negative, anything that goes in is a positive in terms of money. Any sport you play deals with integers. Football, you gain yards, you lose yards, those are all integers. And so there's just a whole lot of life examples for integers, and you need to know how to use them first and foremost before we get to any type equations or anything else. Alright, so here we go. There's two basic rules for multiplying and dividing integers. Alright, here we go. Alright, so for multiplying integers, we got a couple rules here. Alright. And this is the same rules for dividing. We'll just talk about multiplying, alright? So if you have a problem where your signs are the same, your answer should be positive. Alright, same thing for dividing. Alright, so let me give you a couple examples for that. This is going to seem extremely basic at first because, these are the same multiplication facts that you learned in 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, whenever you learned them. 5 times 2. Both of those are positive numbers, therefore your answer is also positive. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so you got 10 times 14. Alright, two positive numbers, so your answer is going to be 140. Same deal when it's the same sign and it's negative. So you've got negative 7 times negative 5. Alright, so you're going to have a positive 35. Okay. So let's say you got 8 negative times negative 2 equals positive 16. Notice in both these examples, this sign is the same as this sign in terms of the positive sign. You don't see the positive symbol, it's just known. You only see it when it's negative. Also, another thing I want to note is that since you're now in algebra, like pre-algebra, but we're basically going to be doing a lot of algebra stuff because I want to push you forward. A lot of times you're not going to see the multiplication symbol done as an X anymore. You're going to see that as 5 times 2. And you probably saw that in years past, so I just want to make sure that everybody on the same page. Alright, so negative 7 times negative 5. Okay? Alright, so let's talk about division examples. Alright, so let's talk about division. Alright, same thing here. Same thing here. Doesn't matter what the numbers are, we refer to the rule above. The signs are the same, your answer should be positive, always. Alright, so say we got just a basic problem, 30 divided by 10. Alright, that's a positive and a positive, your signs are the same, so your answer should be a positive 3. I want to note that also division problems can be written as fractions. Sometimes students confuse that. So let's say we have 150 divided by 25. A fraction is the same thing as a division problem. Alright, so this is saying how many times does 25 go into 150? Should be easy because you think about quarters. That's 6. Notice you don't see the positive symbol, but this is positive, this is positive, this is positive, and this is positive. Answers are positive because the signs are the same. Alright, likewise, I'm sure you already know what's going to happen over here, but let's say you got a negative 18 divided by a negative 6. Your answer, your problem has two numbers that have the same sign. Your signs are the same. This is a negative and a negative. Therefore, your answer should be positive. Alright, or you got negative 40 divided by negative 4. Signs are the same, and the negative and negative. Therefore, your answer should be positive. Okay. If there's any questions on that, I want you to come see me individually. Multiplying and dividing are the same. Alright, so that's not necessarily the hard part. Here's the hard part. Alright, when your signs are different. Alright, when your signs are different. Alright. Alright, when your signs are different while multiplying and dividing. Alright, again, you should already take notes on this. I'm going to throw out a question. Hope you get it right. If on the back side of this piece of paper, when you took notes, you have signs that are the same, your answer should be positive. If your signs are different, then your answer should be what? Good job. Negative. Alright. Still should be pretty easy here. I'm just being sarcastic about the, this is the hard part. Really, it doesn't get too difficult until we get into adding and subtracting integers, where a lot of students have a hold up. Alright, so just a couple examples on this, and then we're going to end this video and move on. Just want to make sure you get to see some examples from my point of view. Alright, let's multiply a couple. Signs are different. So we got a 4 times a negative 2. Signs are different. You don't see this positive, but it is there. Positive 4 times a negative 2. Therefore, you have a negative 8. Alright, the answer is negative. Or let's say you got a negative 16 times 2. Alright, since it's a negative times a positive, the signs are different. Your answer is negative. Right. Same thing for division here. Division is the same. So negative 100 divided by positive 2. Signs are different. So your answer is positive. And again, this is saying how many times does 2 go into 100. Or let's say you got 45 divided by negative 9. Alright, negative 9. That's going to be a positive divided by negative, which is a negative 5. Okay, of course that can be written long ways too, like 50 divided by negative 10. Answers are, your numbers have opposite signs. One's positive, one's negative. So your answer is going to be negative 5. Okay. If you have any questions about this, I want you to come see me and ask some questions. I do have 2 assignments in here called multiplying integers practice and dividing integers practice. That's what you should be working on. Once you've mastered that and submitted that, then we can check that real quick before you move on to adding and subtracting. Just want to make sure everybody understands multiplying and dividing before they go on to adding and subtracting. Alright, thanks guys.